There are places where the soul arrives before your footsteps, where silence is an absence, it's a presence. In rural Japan, silence is a way of being, a bow before speaking, a teapot singing louder than words, an elder teaching through stillness. Today, I invite you to walk with me through rice fields and moss covered mountains to discover a Japan that glows not in neon, but in wood, tea steam, and slow stitches. Japan's landscape is shaped by mountains, forests, and remote farmland. More than two-thirds of its territory is considered non urban. But when we think of Japan, we often imagine big cities, bullet trains, and bright lights. Yet, in villages like Shirakawa-go, Tsumago, or Miyama, the past isn't something remembered, it's lived. Homes in the Gasho Tsukuri style have steep thatched roofs shaped like praying hands. They still stand today, shaped by snow and time, built without nails, only with skills passed down through generations. Many of these places preserve the spirit of the Edo period, a time that lasted over 260 years from 1603 to 1868, when Japan closed itself to the world and embraced inner peace. During that time, poetry, tea rituals, kabuki, theater, and simplicity in beauty flourished. One of the famous routes from that era, Nakasendo, still exists today. A walking path between Kyoto and Tokyo, where you can pass through villages that feel frozen in the 7th century. In a village forgotten by maps, an old woman used to leave a bowl of rice outside her door every morning. It's for Kitsune, she whispered, the fox spirit who protects the fields. Children giggled, adults shrugged, until a storm came and every rice field was destroyed, except hers. The water surrounded, but never touched it. Since then, every home leaves out a bowl too, and some say on moonlit nights, a white fox still walks silently among the rice stalks, a quiet thank you in fur and shadow. In rural Japan, every gesture has a soul. Elders swept their front steps as if they blessing the day. Children walk alone to school, learning independence and trust. Food is grown with care, not rushed. In spring, families enjoy bamboo sprouts and freshly harvested rice. In autumn, they warm with sweet chestnut soup. And in winter, there's nothing like sharing a hot stew while sitting around a heated table called kotatsu. Here, people live with words the rest of the world has no names for. Komorebi, the sunlight filtering through leaves. Wabi sabi, the beauty in imperfection. Or Natsukashi, the soft, sweet kind of nostalgia. In these villages, elders don't retire, they become guides. A grandmother teaches how to pickle plums, a grandfather predicts rain by the sound of crickets. They tend gardens, repair clothes, and raise grandchildren. They live with ikigai, a quiet purpose that makes each morning worth waking up for. When a teacup breaks, it isn't thrown away, it's repaired with gold. Kintsugi, which means golden repair, is the ancient Japanese art of mending broken pottery with lacquer and golden dust. It teaches that cracks are not flaws to hide, they are part of the story, a transformation, a rebirth. In rural temples, even cracked statues are left visible because what was broken now shines in a new way. Being broken doesn't take away your beauty, it gives you a new way to shine. Sashiko began as a way to patch old clothes for cold winters, but over time, the white threads on deep indigo cloth became a kind of poetry. Each stitch has a rhythm, intention, and breath. Even today, women still gather to sew together, sharing stories in silence. And if the thread holds more than fabric, it holds memory. In a world full of noise, empty words, and rushed days, rural Japan gently reminds us that true beauty has always lived in simplicity. Now, more than ever, we need to return to the slow gesture, cooking a meal with care, skipping even if we don't need it to, watching the sky and finding shapes in the clouds, seeing with love those little everyday things: butterflies, falling leaves, shadows dancing, things we often ignore that become magical when we really stop to see them. Life isn't in the speed, it's in the pause, in the quiet details, in the way we choose to see. Give yourself a slow morning, one without notifications, without guilt, without rushing. A morning to hear the world's whisper and your own heartbeat. Beyond Culture Tapes has no social media. Our mission is different. We believe in sharing by word of mouth, not because an algorithm told you to, but because it truly moved you and you want the world to discover something that always been there, waiting to be seen with new eyes. If this episode touched you, share it with someone who dreams of discovering the world on traveling without leaving home. Thank you for being here with me today. In the next episode, we will travel to Iran, a land where gardens tell stories and poetry blossoms in the heart of desert cities.